All right, everybody, what is cracking? It's your boy Trey Fab. We back with another one. Today we're gonna be reacting to a basketball video. If you're new to my channel, or if you been part of my channel, I'm going to say this every time until I hit 100,000 subscribers. No, I hope I get there. I don't know if I will, but at least until I hit 1,000. If I can get there, that would be great. Once I hit a decent amount of people following me, I feel like I won't have to say this intro anymore. But until then, I gotta make sure I say it because there's gonna be a bunch of new people watching me. I make content on basketball. I make react content on basketball, drama, YouTube, TikTok, cloud demon chasing shit, right? That's the type of shit I like to do. If that's the type of shit you're into, please give me a like, comment, subscribe, and please comment in the chat what you want me to react to, whether it be drama or whether it be basketball. I might even go a little off the norm depending on what it is. Like, someone wants me to react to a financial audit video, which I'm going to be dropping this weekend. I'm going to do it because I react to stuff you guys give me. It's not going to be everything, okay? Financial audit, I saw a few episodes. It could be kind of funny, kind of drama-filled, talk about how people spend their money, but it also can be... you know, it's not super, like, educational. Like, if you guys want me to sit here and react to, like, Newton's equation and how the relativity of matter actually equals to, travel within a black hole or a wormhole, and our understanding of current aerodynamics and quantum physics, I can't even say the words correctly. So I'm not gonna be able to react to something like that. I'm gonna be brain dead, okay? I'm not the smartest guy in the world. But I try. I try to know what I'm talking about, so I'll react to stuff that I know a decent stuff about. Okay? One of those things is basketball. But enough about this intro, okay? I've been yapping already for 2 minutes. Let's get this shit started. We're gonna be reacting to Mike Korzemba. I've never seen a team fall apart like this, so let's get rolling.
A player almost attack a ref.
Joe's gotta be careful. He's getting real heated now.
He just threw him out. This is Mickey Mouse. This isn't real. This is a joke.
Crazy, but obviously frustrations are at an all-time high in Philly, where the Sixers have the 5th oldest roster in the NBA and are on pace to win 29 games. Many at this point want Philly to tank, but they can't. Their 2025 first-round pick is only top 6 protected, which means if they fall out of that top 6, that pick goes to the Thunder. The Sixers...
That is... Philadelphia is in a crazy situation because the record does not display the weapons that they have. Tyrese Maxey, right? Maxey is pretty fucking good. Let's go ahead and look at their roster, right? Maxey. We got Andre Drummond, Reggie Jackson, Kyle Lowry, Paul George, Kelly Oubre. Caleb Martin's a decent pickup. Jared McCain, he's good, but he's been injured. And Joel Embiid, right? Eric Gordon, damn, didn't even know he was on their team. Nonetheless, this is not a bad team whatsoever. But record-wise, you would think that they're the worst team ever. Like, it's just bad. When we look at the NBA standings, they're 11th. 17 and 27 in the East. They're 11th. So it's just... It's just sad to say when we're looking at this team, they're in a position that they shouldn't be. Like, they should be winning more games than they're winning. They can't even tank because, like he said, if they're tanked, they're going to lose their protected 6th-round pick. And this kind of proves the point that putting a bunch of names together, just throwing a bunch of names in a hat, does not matter. Your names have to be able to work together. Getting Paul George... Did I even say Paul George's name? I didn't even say Paul George's name. I didn't even say Paul George's name, dog. Holy shit. I didn't even say his name. But yeah, Paul George. Yeah, he's a pretty big pickup that they got. The fact that you have that many weapons on your team and you guys can't manage to win more than 17 games this late in the season, that tells me that something needs to change here. I don't know what it's going to be. If I was them, I'd blow it up. This is my opinion. You guys may not like it, but they should blow it up. Jerry McCain, I'd keep him. I definitely would keep Oubre. I would blow it up and get rid of Joel Embiid. He's had his time. We tried to make it work. We're only winning 17 games. How much longer are we going to keep him and go nowhere? Because we're going nowhere. At this point, I would blow it up. Use the 6th pick to get something. Hopefully you keep the pick to pick up a good piece. Try to build for the future. And I guess trust the process 2.0, because it's just, what else can you do? You're just stuck in a fucking perpetual circle of bullshit and you're going nowhere. So let's continue.
Sixers currently have the 8th worst record and perhaps the worst contract in the entire NBA. Paul George has a player option for $56.58 million in 2028. He is about to turn 35 years old. This has been an absolute disaster.
Yeah, they need to get rid of Paul George's contract. They need to maybe pair it with a pick or some shit. I don't even know if they have picks to really pair him with, but they gotta do something. I would get rid of Joel Embiid. I would package them in a deal of Joel Embiid. I don't know if the CBA would let them, but if they can, Joel Embiid and Paul George, please take them. Please, please. A team would pick that up. Are you kidding me? They would pick up those contracts in order to get Joel Embiid, who is a great player, he's not maximizing the talent that he has. And Paul George, we just don't talk about him. Podcast P.
Paul George was a big move that has been a big miss so far. Today, we're also going to be looking at 2 other huge moves for the Clippers and Nuggets that have had different results. So what's up, Mike here, and Joel Embiid was drafted in 2014. The Sixers have still not made the finals with him, and arguably, their latest move is the worst of all. They didn't draft Jason Tatum, yes. They drafted Mikal Bridges, then traded him on draft night, yes. They let Jimmy Butler go, yes. Paul George's $50 million a year contract until 2028, though, might be the nail in the coffin here. Unless Philly can brainwash the Lakers into taking him, which has been a rumor, Philly is locked into a core where Embiid has a player option for $67.26 million in 2029, while Tyrese Maxey will be paid $46.39 million in 2029. The only player in this big 3 who is not a walking question mark is Tyrese Maxey, who is the lone bright spot. Maxey is a former 21st pick who is averaging 26.4 points and 5.9 assists per game. He averaged almost 30 points per game in the playoffs last season, but we have to ask, how did we even get here where the Sixers needed a 21st pick to emerge as an all-star to even stay relevant? Can Paul George turn it around? Well, his production has fallen off of a cliff. Last season, PG averaged 22.6 points per game with a 61.3% true shooting percentage. This season, those numbers have fallen to 17 points with a 53.5% true shooting percentage. George is the 7th highest paid player in the NBA. He ranks 75th in points per game, 87th in PER, 161st in win shares per 48 minutes, and 172nd in true shooting percentage.
This is just bad. This is just overall just terrible. Holy shit, man. Are you kidding me? Oh, whoa, to be a 76er fan. But you know what? Philadelphia Eagle fans, you guys annoy the shit out of me. I only want you to win the Super Bowl so I can see Saquon get a ring. I truly don't give a fuck about you guys as a fan base. You guys are insufferable. Insufferable. When I made my top 3 insufferable fan bases, I know I was speaking only on NBA. I'll make sure to put that at the end of this video. But man, if I could have added all fan bases, I would have chose Philadelphia Eagles. You guys are insufferable. God, I don't want Kansas City to win, but damn, I don't want the Eagles to salvage a win. Like Eagle fans, to salvage a win because their team won. Like, I just, God. But the only reason I want the Eagles to win is so Saquon can get a ring. That's a little off topic, but I'm just saying. It's hard for me to feel bad for Philly and Philly fans when they can be insufferable as fuck. Like, you reap what you sow. My grandma always said, you know, if you put evil into the world, it's going to find you. And that's what happens. Y'all be dicks. Your franchises are Dick's back torch, huh?
Comparing 2025 Paul George's stats to 2024 Tobias Harris, we can even see that at least on the stat sheet, this was not a clear upgrade. Tobias was even more efficient. Now, Tobias Harris himself has been terrible this year, that is true, but the point remains the Sixers bet it all on Paul George, and he's only getting older.
To be honest, I'm bored playing on a 5. Just don't do enough for me.
Which leads us to, can Joel Embiid turn things around and save them? If injuries were turned off in the NBA, Embiid might have already led Philly to a title. At his best, he's been completely dominant and MVP, but injuries are very real, and because of injuries, Embiid has already struggled as his body normally and unfortunately breaks down by the time the playoffs come. For his career, Embiid has averaged around 3 less points per game in the playoffs compared to the regular season, and his shooting drops about 4%. I don't want to bury him. He's out there trying. His knees are just not holding up, and the reality is...
Holy fuck, who was that? You just fucking hit him with a Seth Rollins curb stomp. What the fuck was
about 4%. I don't want to bury him. He's out there trying. His knees are just not holding.
Jesus Christ. Okay, let's
and the reality is, Joel is turning 31 this year, and he's aging like a player in the 1980s, not like LeBron James. Joel played in just 39 games last season and has played in just 13 this season, which means he's on pace to play 25 games this year. Philly's
That's insane. That's crazy.
Entire future is dependent on Embiid not only playing, but playing at the MVP level he has shown. Even with injuries, the Sixers are 7-6 with Embiid this season and 8-21 without him. Now, many want to tank and just reset for next year, especially because Jared McCain should be back and healthy. He averaged over 15 points per game as a rookie before he was injured. But what is the incentive to tank if you're going to lose your draft pick? Even if Philly tries to be bad, they have to be worse than Washington, Utah, Toronto, New Orleans, Charlotte, Brooklyn, and Portland. All teams that have been awful and all teams that are ahead of them in the loss column. Maybe Philly gets lucky in the draft lottery, but as of now, they suddenly look like one of the worst situations in the NBA today. Moving over to the Denver Nuggets. Russell Westbrook has been an absolute maniac since signing with Denver. Not only is he playing at an extremely high level again, but he's been a
Before we start talking about Russell Westbrook and Denver, before we get there, I want to end this on a Philly conversation. Philadelphia 76ers. You know, it's a franchise that has a lot of history, a lot of love from the days of AI, you know, coming out there to now with Joel Embiid. Like, there's history there. It's just sad to see what's happening with the franchise. Like, at the end of the day, I don't understand the pickup of Paul George. I understand that he had a decent year, but it's not, I don't think he was enough of a needle mover to justify the contract that he ended up getting pulled over to the Sixers. Like, I don't justify the amount of money. I would have kept Harris. And not only that, hold on. Let's see something. I'm trying to see how many games are left. I don't think they have a lot of games left for it to even matter anymore as far as, like, tanking. Well, I can't really find it, but not only that, you don't have a lot of games left. There's not a lot of games left. We're about to hit the All-Star break where we're about to see a very fun All-Star game. We're about to hit the All-Star break, and then it's going to be playoffs before we know it. I just don't know what they can do. That's the problem. I like to say package Joel Embiid and package Paul George, but at the end of the day, I don't know if that's logical, and I don't even know if you can legally do that. Not legally, but you guys know what I'm saying, with the CBA and shit. I don't even know if they can do that. So if you can't even package Paul George and Joel Embiid, there's no team that's going to take Paul George off your hands with the contract he has. Trust me, as a Chicago Bulls fan, with Zach LaVine playing at an all-time high, with his numbers, career high, playing decent, he's playing good. We tried to get rid of him. We tried to package him with a pick, and people would not pick him up because of the contract we gave him. So, and that was for a good player. Now imagine Paul George, someone who's past his prime, who's older, and not giving you the numbers that even Zach LaVine is giving you. And you're asking someone to pick up that contract? I don't know. They're in a really sucky position, so I don't know what they can do from here. But, all right, let's move on to my boy, Westbrook.
Trash talking menace. Before we continue, guys, I want to thank DraftKings for sponsoring today's video. All right, football fans, things are getting real. Whether your team has made it to the conference championship or not, there's still plenty of ways to enjoy the games. Get in on the action right now with my partners at DraftKings Sportsbook.
You know how it is. We react to the content, we watch the ads, but watch gambling. It's not healthy. Unless your parlay is a lock. Unless it's a lock.
On the action and use your $200 in bonus bets for
Otherwise, don't
same-game
gamble.
parlays for a chance at an even bigger payout. Combine multiple bets together from the same game. And do you love the thrill of live betting? DraftKings has got you covered there. Bet live on in-progress games as they happen, making the games that much more exciting. And if sports betting is not yet available in your state, do not worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use my promo code Korzemba and bet just $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code Korzemba only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Thank you to DraftKings for sponsoring today's video. And now let's get back into the video. Seen as a controversial signing at the time due to his struggles to fit in with the Lakers and Clippers, you could decide who to blame there. Russ may be the best comeback story of this season. This year, in the 23 games Russ has started, the Nuggets are 18-5, and in the games he's come off the bench, they are just 10-11. His on-the-court impact cannot be denied. He is fitting in perfectly with Nikola Jokic, and he's shown that the most important thing to him is winning, which gives us a massive question here. After years of hearing the hate, will Russ shut up all of the haters and bring home a ring as a major contributor in Denver? It could happen. Jokic is averaging an absurd 30.2 points, 13.4 rebounds, and 10.1 assists a game with...
Jokic is a goddamn cheat code. I'm sorry. He just is. He just is. Yeah, that's all I can say about the man. Jokic is a cheat code. Sometimes when it comes to like his off-the-court antics, as far as him answering questions, they can annoy me. It's just because I love the game. That's it. I don't like the defense that he gets. I don't think he gets that much defense from NBA fans. I think he gets it from, like, quite literally Serbian fans, I'm being honest with you. Because he'll break a record or do some ridiculously crazy shit that hasn't been done since Chamberlain. And he'll be like, yeah, no, it's just a regular game. And people will be like, oh, he's so quirky and treats it like it's just a job. That's so cool. I love the game and respect it too much. I'm sorry. If you do some historic shit, I'm going to need some emotion out of you, motherfucker. You're getting paid millions of dollars. Give me emotion, okay? God damn, I'm sorry. Let LeBron do some shit like that. You guys would be claiming he hates basketball. He's only doing it for money. This is your GOAT. But I'm not hating on Jokic. I'm just saying that the interviews can annoy me at times. As for him as a player, fucking cheat code. Fucking cheat code. Just saying. Jesus Christ.
Jaw-dropping advanced numbers. He is currently on pace to finish second all-time in win shares per 48 minutes and to set the record for box score plus minus and PER in a single season. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been amazing. There's no doubt about that. But personally, I think if Jokic did not already have 3 MVPs under his belt, he would be a no-brainer for MVP. The man is out here setting advanced stat records. And the Russ-Jokic connection has been both incredible to watch and also historic. They've already become the first pair of teammates to record triple-doubles in the same game multiple times in the same season. Meanwhile, Christian Braun has had a gigantic leap this year. In 2024, Braun averaged 7.3 points per game on 46% shooting. This season, he is averaging 14.1 points on 57% shooting. Denver is currently 4th place in the West, and Aaron Gordon has missed over 20 games this year. We know the Nuggets already have that championship confidence in them. All that matters is that they're healthy for the playoffs, and if Nikola Jokic can continue to be the best player in the world, maybe Russell Westbrook ends the year with a championship ring. Finishing off with the Los Angeles Clippers, we know at this point that letting go of Paul George has looked like the right move. The James Harden trade is the controversial decision, which we'll get to, but the biggest question is whether Kawhi Leonard will ever play again at an all-star level. Many have written Kawhi off at this point due to injuries, but it really is not impossible. Kawhi was just second-team All-NBA last season. Then, of course, he got hurt. He only played in 2 playoff games, so the same story played out. But without a star in Kawhi, the Clippers have still placed themselves at 6th in the Western Conference with a 25-19 record, as the rest of the team has stepped up. Norman Powell is averaging 23.7 points a night, almost 10 more points per game than last season.
Damn.
Zubac, at the center position, has been solid as well, putting up 14.9 points and 12.6 rebounds per game on over 60% shooting, while James Harden has a lot of people in Philadelphia questioning what could have been, because Harden is playing like a borderline all-star. He's averaging 21.2 points, 8.2 assists per game, along with 5.9 rebounds, and maybe Harden with the Sixers never would have worked out, especially because of this.
Daryl Morey is a liar, and I will never be a part of an organization that he's a part of.
But at this point, it would not be a stretch to say that Kawhi Leonard could be considered the biggest wild card in the NBA this season. If we were to just take any team, remove their superstar player, and say they are still 25-19 and 6th in the Western Conference, we would say once that superstar returns, they are going to have a...
I don't know. I get what he's saying, but it feels like a large stretch. The reason I say that is because it's the Clippers. If you're an NBA fan, you get what I'm saying. If you're not, the Clippers, like, it feels like every year they're supposed to win, but something just happens and we just throw our hands up and go, it's the Clippers. Like, we're just used to it. Like, it's the Clippers. And I feel like, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't know if this year is any different. Why would it be any different? It's the Clippers. Same old with them. But hey, at the end of the day, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, I'd like to see James Harden win a ring. I'd honestly like to see Russell Westbrook win a ring more than James Harden. As far as, like, the hate that Russell Westbrook got from both the Clippers and Lakers organizations, I did not like people like Skip Bayless calling him Russell Westbrick. I didn't respect that. I didn't like that. At the end of the day, man plays his heart out. Sure, he was not the best, and he wasn't around a system that was the best made for him. Now, we can sit here all day and say whose fault that really was, but at the end of the day, the systems that he was in just didn't work best for him. We can blame the GMs on that one. You cannot just throw a bunch of names together and expect them to work. A system is a system for a reason. If I give you a really amazing supercharged engine for a Bugatti, and I give you a very good exhaust system for a Ferrari, and then I turn around and give you an amazing suspension system for a Honda, or not even that, for NASCAR, for like a NASCAR car, there's no way you can turn around and be like, oh, all these pieces are going to work together, because they're not. Complementary pieces have to work together, and Russell Westbrook just didn't work with the pieces he was around. I blame that more on management than anything. But I'll be interested to see what's going to happen in the playoffs this year, because I would like Westbrook to get a ring. I still think Boston is the favorite. I still think Boston might win it. I don't like that they're shooting like 53s per fucking game, because if we saw anything, that definitely affected them in their loss against the Lakers recently. But they're my favorites right now. I think Oklahoma City is my second, but Denver is definitely tied with them as far as second, because it's like 2A, 2B, not 2 and 3. The reason I say 2A and 2B is because I can see Denver with their championship pedigree just beating Oklahoma City. Who's the better team? I think OKC. But as far as like championship pedigree, that does matter. So I think Denver has that edge on them, so I can see them beating them. So it's 2A, 2B. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'd love to see Westbrook get a ring, but I wouldn't mind seeing Harden get a ring as well. He can be annoying, but it would be nice to see him get a little bit of a ring himself.
A real shot at the title. When healthy, Kawhi Leonard has proven to be a megastar. In 48 playoff games between 2019 and 2021, Kawhi not only won his second title and his second finals MVP, he averaged 29.9 points, 8.8 rebounds, and 4.5 assists per game on over 50% shooting in the process. Yes, at this point, that was years ago. Yes, Kawhi is 33 years old and injuries have been adding up, but if we're being honest, Kawhi could just mail it in and sail off into the sunset to the NBA Hall of Fame, and no one would really blame him, because the Clippers are on the brink of a ruin due to trades such as the James Harden trade. The Clippers do not own their own pick outright until 2030. Harden will be 38 in 2028, and he also has a player option next season, so he may not even be on the roster at that point in time. In 2029, the Clippers have just a top 3 protection on their pick, again owed to Philly. It is far from a guarantee that they are going to keep it, even if they had the league's worst record. Piling onto this, the Clippers have minus $67 million in projected cap space next season. This is the roster that they're most likely going to be competing with unless they're able to finagle someone in a deal. It is also the 3rd oldest roster in the league. Kawhi is signed up until the 2027 season, which means Kawhi Leonard returning to greatness is their best hope, and not only contending, but again, avoiding catastrophe. So there we have it.
It's the Clippers. It's the Clippers.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications. That way you never miss another video. If you're still here watching, you are awesome, and we all know it. And as always, have an awesome day, and peace.
It's the Clippers. But nah, at the end of the day, I hope Westbrook gets his ring. I do. Y'all know my beef with Denver fans, or should I say Jokic fans, okay? I don't care if he gets a ring I don't care if he gets a ring and Denver benefits. I don't care about Denver fans, okay? I said Jokic is top 20 right now. They snapped at me because I didn't say he was like the GOAT. So get out of here. They can miss me. But speaking of the Denver fans, trust me, I talk about them in this video. I'll make sure it's here somewhere. Maybe here. I talk about top 3 most insufferable fan bases. They're on there. They're on there. But other than that, man, that was a good video. I liked it. If you guys like my content, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Give your boy a hootie hoot. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.